Hi everybody, Darlene here from D3 Creations. Today we are going to be making a little bit of a deviation from my normal bar. So what we were going to be making was the You Are My Sunshine bar, which is my most popular bar. However, we had a little small soap fail right before this video started filming, where the fragrance oil actually melted through the plastic cup and we had a big old mess. So now that we've got the mess squared away, we can press forward. We are not going to be using the typical fragrance that I use for You Are My Sunshine because that was the last of my fragrance oil, unfortunately, and I already had everything laid out when that happened. So we're going to deviate with the same colors that I typically use for You Are My Sunshine, but we are going to be making a Pearberry and crisp pear mixture. So we're basically making a Pearberry soap with the same colors. So what we're working with as far as oil wise today is we are using beef tallow instead of the palm oil, coconut oil, and castor oil, which are typically the three standard oils that I use for my cold process soaps. Mica wise, we are using, or oxide wise, colorant wise, we are using Green Vibrance that I got from Nurture Soap and Hollywood Pink that I got from Nurture Soap. These two micas I have not worked with prior, but the yellow, however, is a fizzy lemonade color from Brambleberry, and I've worked with this before and it behaves very well in cold process soap, so hopefully that will remain true today. Of course, you fellow soapers out there know anything can happen when you're making soap, but it's worked well before, so we're going to go ahead and go with this one because this is my favorite yellow to use. Fragrance oil wise, we are using Crisp Anjou Pear, and we are using Pearberry. I've already measured them out and poured them into the bottles just for filming purposes. So we're going to be mixing those two, and they'll smell very well together. And the base of it, I forgot to let you know that we are using the standard titanium dioxide to make it white. So we have that going as well. So again, I have all my prep work ready to go, so you guys don't have to be bored to death watching me with that. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to get right down to it. So I've got my oils and I've got my lye water. I've checked the temperatures and we're soaping at about 80 degrees. And I want to keep it at a very thin trace because I want to do a swirl with all three colors on the inside. And I also want to do a pretty cool swirl and peak on the top. So we're going to go ahead and try to keep it at a thin trace by soaping at a lower temperature than normal. So go ahead and get my lye water, and I guess it would help if my stick blender was on. Whoopsie. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, now we're in business. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pour my lye water into my oils. So far, so good with trace. Now, the last video we made, we came up a little bit short when we used the 5-pound mold. So we're going to be using the 5-pound mold again today. So I have used my standard recipe and I did it times 6. So we should have just enough to fill up the molds. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and add my fragrance oil to all of the, and again, I've pre-measured this out, so I'm not just randomly dumping things in here. That smells good. Smell that, Auntie? Auntie's holding the camera again. She's my camera holder until I figure something else out. And again, so far so good with this. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of each mixture into the micas, enough to do the swirls. And I have a little bit more than a teaspoon of each mica. I just kind of eyeballed it. I kind of eyeball my mica colors, to be honest with you. And sorry about that. I think I'm going to add a little bit more so I have a little bit of extra for the top, hopefully. Okay, And this should still be enough. So to the base, give this a little shake, 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 shake. And the top is kind of broken off. I have to get a new bottle. So add that inside there. Go ahead and stick blend